guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are a subscriber here. Welcome if you're new. My name is Abby and I make videos about saving, making and investing money in order to reach financial independence. So today I'm going to be talking about apps that you can use now to help you make some money and save some money. So I'm going to go over these apps. I've been using them for a long time. Some of them many years, others within the last 2 years. So I think I can give a pretty fair, balanced argument on all these apps. The first app I'm going to be talking about today is Quidco. Quidco is a cashback site, kind of like any other cashback site. I'm sure you've heard of cashback sites, and I've been using Quidco for quite a few years. I'm gonna go over Quidco and how it works. Let's say I'm gonna pick a random place. A good one is Argos. So let's say you want to buy something at Argos. In the UK, we have this thing called Argos. It's kind of like, I don't know an equivalent anywhere else, but they sell home goods, tech, everything you need, they sell it. So if you want to buy something at Argos, you could just go to Argos and you could buy that thing, exchange your money, get your product, the end. However, if you use a cashback site like Quidco, none of these are sponsored, by the way. None of them have asked me to make this video. This is just me telling you about things I've used. Maybe they can help you, maybe they don't, depending on what you're trying to do. I've just found them as ways to save money and like make money. So like, how can I not share this? I'm surprised I haven't made a video on this. I did say a long time ago I was going to, but it just never happened. So here I am. I have a few more to add, so now I can make a good video on it. So Quidco, it's a cashback site. So instead of just going to Argos and buying that product, what you would do is you would go to Quidco, you would find the retailer and you would click their link. So you would go to the website through their website. Say, I clicked it, I went to Argos and then I bought a TV. Let's just say TV. We bought a TV recently. I bought a TV. Then that percentage on the Quidco site, it would say like, let's say the percentage is 4%. You get 4% back on your purchase and how much you spend. So if I went to Argos, I bought that TV, it was £100 for easy math. I would get £4 back from that. £4 in cash back deposited into my Quidco account, and I could draw that money out and send it either to PayPal, to my bank account directly, or spend it on something, get like a gift card. If you don't want it in cash and you just want it like gift cards, there are a list of gift cards you can withdraw it as. So that's how Quidco works. There is a website version and there's the app version. I find myself using the app version more and more because I'm rarely on my laptop buying things nowadays. I can tell you how much I've made. Right now I have £3.76 waiting to be withdrawn. I think I'm waiting on something and that's why. Usually I don't leave money in there because you never know with any company. Like, I do worry, like if they decided to go bust and you had like £50 in there, that's £50 you could have withdrawn, you know? So yeah. That's probably not going to happen to Quidco because they've been around forever. But yeah, I have a bunch of track stuff. Whoa, December was a spending month. I was sick in December, so yeah, we had a lot of takeaway in December apparently. So to date, I've made £243.89. Whoa, I got £18 tracked, holy moly. Oh, I went on holiday. Yeah, I did take a little mini break last year. There are different like categories that you can spend in, like travel, homeware, tech. Tech is usually a lower cashback just because there's such higher rates. But if you buy your tech through somewhere like Argos, which isn't actually a tech company, like it's more of a rounded company, then sometimes you will get a higher cashback. But there are ways to like double up on your cashback, and I will tell you about that in my next one. And the next app I have for you guys is Airtime Rewards. So I found out about Airtime Rewards when I signed my O2 contract. It was on the O2 like app, and it was like, oh, get money back off get money off of your phone bill if you use Airtime Rewards. And they're like, sign up now and you get some money off. I actually have like referral links and I will leave them down below if you do want to join these and get some money off when you first start. So that's a quick tip. But Airtime Rewards has been one of the most profitable, like in the shortest space of time. So I joined Airtime Rewards somewhere early last year. It's kind of like a cashback site as well, but the money is put directly towards your phone bill. So they have a lot less retailers on there. I think it's a newer app and a newer platform. What happens is you put in your card details, the cards that you use for your transactions, and when you do those transactions, whether they're online or in store, then you will get the percentage cashback on those into your account. So I'm gonna use Argos again because it's so easy. Argos, usually it's a 4% cashback, and if I buy anything in Argos through the card that I have stored in there, it will show up on my account and I'll get cashback from that. I've found that when I do the in-store ones, so Quidco is one of the cashback retailers on there, and I found that when I go to Quidco and use my card, it doesn't show up, which is really annoying, but you can just put in a claim for it. So keep your receipts or take a photo of your receipt as soon as you buy from a specific retailer if you know they're on the list. And yeah, you just have to upload a picture of your receipt and then the information of what the missing cashback, and then they will deposit it into your account. If your claim is accepted, if you've got a receipt as proof, they will accept it. So yeah, I've found that and I've got my money back that way. So there's that. Airtime rewards. It's quite a newer one that I've used. I never saw it until like, I don't know, a year into my contract with O2, so wish I'd been doing it forever. But the great thing about that is that you could double up on your rewards. Let's say I'm gonna buy on Argos. I go to Quidco, I click through to Argos, I get my cash back. But when I buy on Argos with the card that is on my airtime rewards, I also get airtime rewards. I'm just saying. That's a pretty sweet deal. You can make a lot of savings this way, and good money if you have got big purchases coming up. Oh my god, if you have big purchases, holidays, anything like that, those bring the most rewards. So I suggest that you use a cashback site. Like, don't just spend your money without getting something back for it. Woof. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, when I hear people have made big purchases, I'm like, you could have got cash back though, because it's so crazy. It's a lot. It all adds up, it really does. And the next app is not a cashback site, it's quite different. It's almost sort of like a side hustle, I guess, and it is called VoxPopMe. I don't know if you've ever heard of this app before. I don't even remember how I found out about this. I think I was doing some work for a different like side hustle kind of company, and then I found out about VoxPopMe through them. So it's kind of crazy how I came about it. So VoxPopMe is kind of like a surveying app. I'm not gonna lie, I've always disliked these surveying apps because you usually do all these surveys and half the time, more than half the time, 90% of the time, it's not applicable to you. But the surveys with VoxPopMe are super quick, and it's not like you're doing a survey to do more surveys. Do you get what I mean? That is so annoying. Like, I get frustrated about those when you have to do a survey to see if you're applicable to do a longer survey. So those aren't my favorite type of sites and type of apps or ways of getting some side income, because it honestly is a time suck and I value my time. So only when I know the income from it will be quite a lot is when I usually do that. With VoxPopMe, you do a survey to find out if you're eligible to do a video response. So you do like a video response. So say they are looking for people to talk about how lockdown has affected them, they will do a survey to see if you fit the criteria of the people they want to hear back from, and then you will do the response. They'll ask you the question, you film your response, you record it, you send it off to them, and then they'll tell you the usage of it, whether it's going to be used internally for research or if it could be used publicly for like web and social media. When I see it's internal, I'll always do it like instantly if I'm not looking the best, because I'm like worried that somehow someone's gonna post it, I'm gonna look terrible. So I do sometimes not do them when I'm like, I just woke up, I look correct, there's no way I'm doing this, it's a video. The internal ones I'll do regardless of how I look, because it's only been viewed internally and I don't really care what people think if it's not being shared publicly. So I'm not too worried about that. How much do they pay? You asked that question, didn't you? How much does it pay though? So some of the responses, the basic responses are 25p. The surveys are super short. So it's usually like 3 or 4 questions or 2 or 3 questions that just like multiple choice. You just choose one which applies to you. The surveys are super short, and then when you get it, it will come in, but you have to like be on it and get it fast. So when a question is asked, like the faster you can tap on it, the better. Otherwise, if it's been like 2 hours, most people have probably completed it and it won't be there anymore. So it's only for like a limited amount of time. But the basic ones are like 25p, and then there are like chain ones that I got a lot of when everything like this started happening in the world, and those were like 63p each. So I would do one and then it would give me another, I guess, if I answered it all correctly or they wanted to know more. And those were internal as well, so there was like, it was like 1, 2, 3, it was like 63p, 63p, 63p. And like that month I made so much just doing those, because they would come in chains. So often that's not the case, but I just found that there were a lot more since lockdown. A lot more questions being asked and responses being requested. I can tell you how much I cashed out. So I did my first cash out back in October, and that was for £17.10. And I started back in July 2019, but I didn't do it like consistently. I stopped in August after I started, but actually I did it pretty consistently. I did like 20, 30 responses between July and August 2019, and then from July 2020 to October, that's when I started doing it a lot more often, and I cashed out £17.10 in October, in the beginning of October, and have since done like one thing in October, but I stopped doing it because I got busy and life just took over. But it is a good one if you do like have time, you're home and you're not really doing a lot, and you just like, I don't know, you don't mind just like doing quick video responses. They're about a minute long. I think they're like 40 seconds long. So it really doesn't take up a lot of time, which is what I like about it. It's kind of just do it and then that's it. And then they check it once it's accepted. Like, I've never had anything rejected as long as you film it. I usually film it with a plain background and I just speak clearly. And yeah, as long as you do that, it should be approved. So yeah, I've never had any issues with that. But Voxpop Me, pretty good. It's not a crazy amount of money, but it's like something to do when I'm not doing anything at all. Can't complain there. The last app that I use to make some extra money and some extra savings are rewards sites. I'm gonna try and break this down as fast as possible, but there are quite a few. I'm gonna go over the ones I use and how I've made money through them and if I think they're worth it. So I'm gonna start with the first one, which is Amex. It wasn't on my list, but I realized that that is a big one and kind of like the biggest one for me, which was my American Express. I signed up to American Express through one of my friends, one of my neighbors who used to live opposite me. I knew he had an Amex and I wanted a gold Amex. I knew I wanted an Amex and I was looking at all the rewards and I was gonna be making some huge purchases. So I knew that I would be able to reach the threshold to get the points back. So usually when you sign up for Amex, you get a certain amount of American Express rewards points based on if you meet a threshold of spending. So I knew I was going to be spending and it made sense, you know. Once again, it's like the cashback thing. Like, I knew I was going to be using cashbacks and I'm like, how can I get more savings? So I decided to sign up for Amex and I knew I would get more points if I signed up through my friend. So one day, like, we were chatting on the balcony. He lived balcony to balcony with me. We were talking on the balcony. I was like, dude, you have Amex, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, can you send me your referral? And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm going to get an Amex. Hopefully I get approved, because I never applied for a credit card in the UK, so I was kind of scared I wouldn't get approved, like, because I didn't really know my credit score at the time. Now I know that my credit was pretty good, so thankfully I got approved for the gold card. So I signed up through him and I got an extra, I think 6,000 points. With the rewards points, you can either spend them, which I don't think is the best value for money, or you can turn them into a different rewards scheme. So the big one that I'm thinking about is Avios or hotel rewards. So I started doing this so I can save money for travel or save money on travel, and I didn't have to pay for flights and stuff. You do need quite a few points, but I have enough at least for a return flight or for some night stays at a nice hotel. So that one was a really good one, and every time you use your card for big purchases, because I only really used it for big purchases, every time you use your Amex for that, or Amex, however you like to pronounce it. I like to say Amex, I'm so used to it. Every time you use your American Express, then you get points and those keep accruing. And if you had the gold card like I did, I've downgraded it now to the normal rewards card because of everything that happened. I wasn't traveling, I didn't need my airport lounge pass anymore, and I didn't need my travel insurance, like none of that stuff. I wasn't using it, so I decided to downgrade. But if you do travel, and in the future will be, I I definitely recommend it if you're looking to get one anyways. Credit cards aren't for everyone. If you don't trust yourself with spending, I don't recommend it because it's really hard to get out of credit card debt and you could be in it for a long time if you're just paying the minimum payments back. It's not worth it. It's not worth the stress, trust me. There's that. But American Express, good one that I hadn't even thought of and I forgot to add, but I mentally added it just now. The next one is like Sainsbury's Nectar. So I used to live next to a Sainsbury's and we shop there often. It was a local, so we didn't spend like crazy amounts there, but substantial. So with the Nectar app, you actually get like offers, and those offers give you like a huge amount of points in comparison to how much the item costs. Like say if one of the offers is bananas for the week, you buy a bunch of bananas, you get 400 points. And that 400 points is equal to, 400 points would be like £2. So yeah, so you would get like £2 worth of points just for buying a, is that right? I'm pretty sure that's correct. In my head I'm like,
right now I've got 4,000 points, and if I move the decimal point over that way, and I have like £20 worth of points, I move it that way, and then that means it's £2 worth of points, right? Yes.
Wow, when I try and math sometimes it's so complicated in my head. I'm just like, how do I explain that? So 400 points would be like £2 worth of points. That's a lot of money for just buying certain bananas that cost you like 50p or £1. Imagine you bought a bunch of bananas that you were gonna buy for £1 and you got £2 back. Now that is what I call doubling your money. Every week these offers come in and I just click select all offers. Even though now we don't live next to a Sainsbury's local, I still do it because sometimes like my husband is at work and he goes to a Sainsbury's and he will use his Nectar card and we still get points. So I just select all the offers just in case he buys one of those things. And randomly, and then when you buy something, it will usually come up saying play to roll for more points. You accept it and then you scrub the screen and then it tells you you've won however many points, which is really fun. Sainsbury's Nectar has been my favorite, like the Nectar app has been my favorite out of all of our apps, even though we don't spend the most money there. And I've made £19 from there, and you can now actually convert your Nectar points to Avios. So I have 4,000 points just about and 19.3 pounds worth. So there's a big likelihood that I will be converting those to Avios as well. The conversion, I think that would give me about 2,500 points. You can also spend the points in other retailers. You can also get like the Nectar Amex or Amex card and connect that to. I've heard of people who've done that. Anna from Panda Boss, I think she said she had that. So yeah, that's another way to get those extra points if you are a big Sainsbury's shopper. The other one I use is Tesco's. Tesco's have a similar setup. You have your club card instead of the Nectar. You have a club card. You spend at Tesco, you get points. You can withdraw those points. The most efficient way to do it, I've found, is to withdraw it for a different experience. So they have like hotels.com on there. They have like travel, all kinds of different sectors. You can withdraw it from specific partners and that triples your points. So that's the best deal on there. So we're probably gonna get a hotel stay out of our Tesco points, and that's what we've been saving that towards because we just haven't spent them. We used to live next to a Tesco. That's where we did most of our huge grocery shops. So we had a lot of points stacked up from that, and it's actually quite lucrative if you use it often, but it doesn't offer you like the gamification like Nectar does. Like you can't get extra points for doing this. I think there might be ways, but I haven't seen it on the app. But it is a good one to use if you live near a Tesco. And if you live next to any other grocery store except for Asda, because they don't have one, most of them have their own reward set up, like Morrison's definitely do, and there are other ones. So you could just sign up to those. It's better that you get points back for spending than nothing at all, that you can later maybe convert into a flight or into hotel stay or into a new something that you want to buy, an experience, skydiving experience. That's tempting thinking about it, because Virgin Experiences is usually on all of these things and you can do some cool stuff on there, obviously when things open back up. But those are the apps that I use to make and save some money. I hope you found this useful, and let me know down below if there are any apps that you use that help you to make money and get cash back. I'm always looking for new ones. I know another cashback site is TopCashback. If you're not in the UK, there's Rakuten, and yeah, so do check those out if you're looking to make cashback, because it's honestly, I'll actually leave a link to the Rakuten as well, because I have Rakuten when I used to live in Canada, so I made cashback there too. I'm all about saving money any way that I can, because honestly, if you can do it, why not? It's better than spending more than you have to or not making anything on your money. I hope you guys are doing well. I will see you guys in my next video. Please do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos like these in the future. Until then, bye.